What's up, world? I am the Nameless Gamer, and welcome back to Subnautica. Sorry, I just realized that was almost perfect timing with the way the music kicked in. Hello, Reefback. It's good to be back. Even though for me, I have been back. Now, as I discussed in my comeback message last week, let me drink some water. I've been playing this in my spare time, because I have spare time again, and it's amazing. So, and I've made a lot of progress. At least I think it's a lot of progress. It's probably not that much. It feels like a lot. Now, I don't remember what I had when I last recorded an episode for you. So, I'm just going to give you a quick tour of my base before we just get into the, doing the episode stuff. So, first of all, we're in the observatory, obviously, but I added something behind us. We've got a little aquarium. Yeah, Karen gave me a message about how psychological discomfort can be expected and can be treated by adopting a pet or whatever. So I built an aquarium in response to that. I was already planning on building an aquarium, but in response to that, I just built my own. And I have a little peeper, a boomerang, a bladderfish, an oculus, which I just think it's really cool, especially when you take a step back and it almost looks like they're just in the wild, except for that metal rod right there. But as some of you may have noticed when I turned around, this is more or less the observatory is more or less in the same position. It's on the edge of the base, but there's a moon pool behind us, which is really cool. I have the modification station for the moon pool. Obviously, this comes with it. I built this modification station, which has all the fin upgrades. I probably have enough to build that. So I can just store a sea moth or a prawn suit up in here and mess with it. It'll charge it, but there's no sea moth in here. We'll get to where the sea moth is in a bit. I also want to point out that, yes, I put a bulkhead in because this room particularly had a tendency to flood, especially if I climb up through these ladders instead of going out and around. So I put a bulkhead there to prevent flooding the rest of my base. Now we walk in here, we have the bioreactor that I know I had that last time. We have a water filtration machine, which is super useful. Battery charger. I also have a power cell charger, but that's also somewhere else. Medical kit fabricator, radio, normal stuff. I have a little garden over here that grows food for me. Let me just get my water all the way up. Oh, inventory full, right. There we go. Everything is at max. And I have all these wall lockers. Most of them just have random stuff. This one I've specifically designated for eggs. This one is the rare stuff, so we get these ion cubes, rubies. Rubies are common enough, I probably could get them anyway. Blood oil from the blood kelp trench. I don't know if I was in the blood kelp trench at all on camera. You guys might not have ever seen that, which makes me kind of sad. I opened a time capsule and I found these things that I haven't used yet because I don't have a prawn suit. And then this locker is just labeled projects, and if I'm ever happen to be working on something in particular, I just put the materials I need in there as I get them. And there's one other big thing. We've got a Cyclops. I could not be happier about this. When I first wanted to get Subnautica,
welcome aboard, Captain.
My plan was to just get the Cyclops as a mobile base. I wasn't going to build my own base. But that was before the game fully came out and everything. They added so much more stuff that made it more effective to get a base. So I'm just going to give you the quick tour. This is the docking bay. And look, it's my sea moth. But with the modification station in the moon pool, I was able to customize it so it has its own little color scheme. Black and blue. And I named it Nemo because I couldn't think, what am I stuck on? Why was I stuck on that right? Did it change? No. the little black and blue is one of my favorite color schemes, and I couldn't think of a better name than Nemo for a little small thing. I've added in 2 upgrades. The Cyclops docking bay repair module, I added that one on my own. I built it and everything. This one I found in that time capsule I mentioned earlier. And then power cells, I've moved all my spare power cells and the power cell charger in here. And Cyclops upgrade fabricator, super useful. I can do all the same modification stuff here, and I can actually access the storage. I have water, power cell, water, food. Just in case. Oh, you can see part of Nemo sticking through. But let's face it. Here's where the fun happens. I'll seal that off just because. And you gotta hear this. You've gotta see this. Oh, the way they respond to you, it's amazing. Now, there's 2 locations I want to explore more fully. However, I'm not really good at navigation in the big Cyclops. I also should prepare for a voyage more quickly, more efficiently. So I'll be back. Or, nah. I don't know. Indecision will get me nowhere. I need to make food. I need to be prepared for an expedition, because where we're going, they don't necessarily want us there. So let's see. I have enough water. I don't need all this rubber with me. I can get rid of that. Oh, I also built this air bladder. My brother really says these are good things to have, so I have an air bladder now. I found one of these in just a tray, or the chest. And that should be enough, but I'll grab a couple. I have a cured boomerang and a nutrient block. I'll grab a couple more food stuff. So, I'm now more adequately prepared for a journey. So let's take this baby for a test drive, because I've never actually driven this thing.
Engine powering up.
Oh, this is great. Now, my sense of direction is already pretty bad when it comes to Subnautica. And we're about to try to take this somewhere that I don't fully remember how to get to. But one of the things I did while I was off camera is I created a depth increase module for my Seamoth. So I'm thinking, now that my Seamoth can go deeper, I want to go back. I've explored that wreck before. I'm not even sure I'm going in the right direction. Are my floodlights on? Oops, that wasn't what I wanted to do. Where was the lights? Lights are over here. Internal lighting. External lighting is on. That doesn't do a whole lot, but it does something. I want to go back to the mountains. Now that my Seamoth can go deeper, I want to go back to the mountains. What was this? Oh, silent running. That'll come in handy, because in case you guys don't remember, one of the things I've seen over by the mountains is my favorite from this game, the Reaper Leviathan. I also don't remember there being this many arches right here. That's interesting. In fact, that might be worth a quick check with the Seamoth. I don't know. I think I'm just stalling for time because I don't want to go close to where I've seen the Reaper, because I'm a little bit scared of him. But it's also an excuse to do this, because this is just cool.
All systems online.
The fact that I can just eject my Seamoth from this little mobile base. That doesn't sound good. That's my computer. Let me take a break and see if I can do anything to fix that, and I'll be right back, guys. Alright, I'm back. Hopefully that will stop it from complaining too much. But Subnautica does this a lot to my computer. What's in this cave? My base is off that way. I don't remember any of this cave. I've done some poking around this forest, and I've actually found a little cave that leads off to the floating islands, which is cool, and I think actually is nearby here, judging by this little hole. Oh, hey, stalker. Actually, I'm fairly certain we're right up near the mountains. And something else that I did for my sea moth that I can show you in a moment. I built a sonar for it, so I can get some idea of the terrain and if there's any big monsters coming to get me. Which is always... What the frick happened to you? Why is he just stuck like that? What the hell? I almost think that's creepier than any imagined appearance of a Reaper. Sonar. Cool thing. Oh, I'm really nervous about going back over to the mountains. I know he's there.
Captain, all systems online.
Oh, that's interesting. The moon pool charges the whatever vehicle is tagged in there, plugged in there. I kind of thought the whatever it was, Cyclops docking bay repair module would do the same, but no, that doesn't. The Cyclops docking bay repair module repairs physical damage, not power, so it actually makes sense to try to balance out what you use where. I really don't want to do this in the dark, but that seems like a really poor excuse. So, you want to see what the customization looks like? No, I'm just kidding. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. But I'm gonna slow down, which will cause less noise. That should, overall, make me less detected. This is the camera at the very back of the submarine. This is the camera at, I take it back. This is the camera at the very back of the submarine, and this is the one at the top. So this is probably the one I'll use to, oh, I can turn on lights with the camera. That's cool. I don't like this. I have no idea what the sonar reads, because you'd think it would be reading the fact that there's like a big landmass right next to me. It doesn't seem to show anything at all. I also no longer have any idea where the mountains is from here. I might just wind up waiting for day, so... Bit of a wimp thing to do, but I can just turn the engine off, sit around, pull out my phone a little bit, and wait things out. You guys won't notice a thing, because I'll cut the waiting part out, and I will feel altogether much more comfortable with what I'm about to do. Oh, I can actually pilot the sub from here. Oh, I didn't know that. That's cool. but not that helpful for relieving my nerves. So yeah, you guys, I'll sit tight, and I'll be back in a moment. You guys just have a good time. And as soon as that sun comes up, and I feel more comfortable exploring Reaper-infested territory, I'll go ahead. And yeah, it might be a bit of a scaredy cat thing to do, or whatever else you want to say, but hey, it's my YouTube channel. I'll do what I want. And if you want to tell me what to do, you go play this game for yourself and do it the quote-unquote right way. I will wait until daytime to assuage my fears. So I'll be right back, guys, and just sit tight for a minute. Alright, I'm back. It's close enough to day for me. I can see more or less. I can't be a little bitch forever. Heck, I might just take the... I wish I could zoom. I might just take the Cyclops just to here and go closer on Seamoth, because I can know my way around a little bit more with the Seamoth. In fact, I will. Oops, no. If I'm going to do that, I can't go down here, though. What the hell? There's a creep vine in my submarine, apparently. That's not supposed to happen. Alright, then.
All systems online.
Yep, made it to the mountains. I don't know why that scared me, seeing it. I knew it was there. So now, some tips I've learned. Well, one tip in particular. Oops. Not that. That was not a tip. Don't do that. A thing I've learned is that staying close to the seabed can help you avoid the Reaper. That's the Dunes biome. I know the Reaper lives there sometimes. I've heard him over there when I went to get the time capsule one time. I'm really scared about this, guys. Oh, bone shark. Not Reaper. Okay, screw staying close to the seabed. I know my way around up on the surface of the island, kind of, sort of. I'm legitimately sweating. Why am I legitimately sweating? This isn't that bad. Look, a little cove. I can sit here, and I can take a deep breath, and I can be really thankful that the Reaper is not here. I should have turned off the engine on my Cyclops so it doesn't drain power just sitting there with the lights on. Future reference. And in case any of you are wondering, yes, creatures and things like the Reaper will show up on the sonar. I've seen the Reaper itself show up on sonar, and it's absolutely terrifying. So this does have something to... This is an effective strategy. Spamming the sonar. Although, theory time, I don't know if it's actually as effective a strategy as I think it is. Because if you read if I've done some hanging out on the Subnautica wiki, just reading things, the Reaper travels using echolocation. Or it hunts using echolocation, there we go. Sonar is echolocation, basically. From my understanding of it, that's basically what sonar is. So my sonar pings, the Reaper might be able to sense them, and if it can sense them, I'm basically just waving a flag or popping a flare, basically drawing it to my position. But that's a risk I have to take because I want to see it before it sees me. Although I also know that if it roars, just go the other direction. Just maybe not the other direction because that might just be closer to it depending on where it's hunting you from. I don't know. If it doesn't roar, it doesn't see you. If it roars, it can see you. That's what I know. No sign of Reaper. No sign of Mr. Reaper. That's a wall. That might have been the Reaper. Nope, Warper. Hate these things. Oh, that's the Reaper. Shit. I'm leaving. Okay, goodbye. Okay, so, we've hit a slight problem in this whole Subnautica Let's Play thing. Everything is pissing terrifying. Ugh. Legitimately everything in this game is scary now. Or anything new. If I want to get something new done, it's just completely scary. Now, I'm not cut out for horror games, man. SCP was bad enough, and I ditched that series faster than any series I've ditched. And I've ditched quite a few series. So yeah, everything is terrifying now. That's funny, the rig for silent running button shows up even though that option isn't there. Yeah, I'm gonna need to do some serious rethinking about how the hell I'm gonna do a Let's Play on this. Because yeah, that's all the time I want to put in this video. I know basically I did nothing, but yeah, I hope it's entertaining at least. I don't know. I never know what's entertaining in these videos. That's part of the reason I stopped. But I'm back. I'm not going to stop again. Except for I am going to stop going toward the mountain, at least today. I'll come back. I'll be better about this. I'll wear the big boy pants that day. Yeah. So, I hope you enjoyed watching this absolutely crappy video of me giving a couple tours, kinda sorta driving a Cyclops, spamming the sonar, and getting back into the Cyclops. I really hope you enjoyed because I don't want to go that close to the Reaper. I'm sorry. But thank you all so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed watching, and I hope you all have a very nice day. Thank you again, and goodbye.